Welcome back to the MVP show. Our guest today was Olena. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name. It is just so absolutely amazing. I'll get her to say it at the end, to pronounce it and that type of thing, so you can get it 100% right. She's one of the amazing new MVPs in the community in Australia. And of course, if you're in the community in Australia, you're in the community in the world. So she's very active. She's doing a lot in that community, in the whole BizApp community. And definitely making her presence felt. It's such a pleasure to have her on the show today. Full show notes for this episode can be found at nz365guy.com/163. Now let's get on with the show. Olena, welcome to the MVP show.
Hi, Mark. Welcome back to Australia and New Zealand.
Thank you. It's good to be back in this part of the world. It's quite exciting catching up with everybody. So I am enjoying it.
Yeah, that's good to have you back.
So tell me, you're based in Sydney, is that right?
Yeah, I live in Sydney.
Okay. And have you been there all your life, or did you immigrate from some other country in the world?
I did. I'm sure you know about that. I was born in Ukraine and I lived in Russia for a while, and I moved to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
10 years, more than 10 years ago.
Wow. So how many other Ukrainians do you know in Australia?
I don't think we cast each other than like Ukrainians or Russians or Belarusians. I've got Russian speaking friends here.
Okay. Interesting. I've traveled through Russia coast to coast. And I haven't been to the Ukraine because they rejected my visa when I tried to go this year. How bad is that?
It's hard to get to Ukraine or Russia. Even for me with Australian passport, it's much easier with Ukrainian, but it's so much trouble to travel with two passports.
Yeah, European passports work as well. Getting into the Ukraine, no problem, but definitely not New Zealand. So how long have you been an MVP now?
Oh, since September. No, not for long.
Wow. So I read somewhere that you weren't 100% sure that you wanted to become an MVP. Is that right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So how did it come about? How did you get nominated? Who put you up? How did you get into the program?
I actually got two guys nominated. Me, I think Leon was the first one. Then Neil Benson approached me, asking if I don't mind, but I said Leon he's already did this.
Very good. So why do you think they approached you? Like, what were you doing that caught their attention?
I started the Women in BizApps movement last year in October, and I've been running the Sydney group for a year now, and we actually we managed to get quite a great women in tech team to Australia Summit, to UG Summit in August, and we were actually they are great speakers, female speakers, which is a rare thing. It doesn't look like a big deal. Then we have now 5 or 7 MVPs, ladies MVPs nominated recently. It started being different now, but
yeah, tell us what positive things are coming out of these changes do you see?
Okay. The positive things. I'm a big advocate of diversity and inclusion in general. I think we all benefit if we have different people in the group, especially in the group of active part of the community, like whatever you call it. Maybe you may not call them leads, or may call them something else, but the idea is the active part of community. It's better if it includes people from different background, with a different life experience. I know probably it sounds like I'm just repeating someone words, but it is really important for me. It wasn't like this always, but I've done my homework. I'm sure it is important.
Yes, totally agree. Do you know Marlon up in, or have you connected with her? She's she's in Norway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's done a similar group, right? She started a whole in the BizApp space, which is really great. I've got to present with her over the course of this year, and she's done a fantastic job up there. I love to see, that whole idea of people coming together of different. In fact, who was it? Somebody in Scotland. Claire said recently. She said that people don't know what to model if what they're always seeing is somebody that's not them.
Yeah, it's true. They can't relate. And we try to grow our own role models. I don't believe they will come from somewhere else, like maybe from Mars or something. We have to grow people, and we have to, help them to, I don't know, to be more visible, to be recognized. I don't know what happened. Why all of a sudden we've got those 5 girls MVPs recently. My husband just mentioned, like, I think we were talking yesterday, and he said, "Oh, like it probably was very bad before, like very very bad." We still now in Australia, New Zealand, we are 17. The 17 of us.
Is this in the BizApps community or all MVP community?
Across MVPs.
Wow. So it's definitely growing, because when I started as an MVP, there was definitely not very many, if any. So it's good the change is happening, and it's exciting to see change happening in the community. Tell me about your Jedi skills. What's your mastercraft? Yeah, what's your mastercraft when it comes to business apps?
No, it's a very difficult question, because I'm a developer, right? I know a lot. I'm not very humble person in a way, like I know a lot. I love portals. I work with portals, and my recent project is about portals as well. And I've been working with portals for more 10 years.
So when you say portals, do you mean Dynamics 365 portals, formerly ADX Studios, or do you mean Power Portals?
I started with ADX Studio portals, which were the actual proper website you could download, and then I was working with Dynamics portals, and they have very less in common. There's pretty much a black box, something which you can put things here and there. And now it's Power Apps portals. My recent project is on Power Apps portal, which is pretty much like Dynamics but on CDS.
If just your unbiased opinion, what do you see as some gaps still in Power App portals that need to be addressed?
I am doing talk. Hopefully, I may not be selected, but I hope I will be doing talk for Power Saturdays in February, using my recent experience. And it's still, my talk is more like about hacking. I don't think we should hack something. We should have more abilities, like with the PCF controls, right? It's not hacking anymore. You're not hacking into CRM DOM, and you just do proper things. I want to be able to do proper server development if I need to. If it comes to some, I don't know, payments or transactions, I don't want to hack. So in my opinion, it could be better in this way. And I think everyone complains about the most complaints for portals are around they are not user friendly and they're not appealing. But in from UI perspective, but we managed to build pretty good UI, and I don't see it is a problem. So still, it would be nice.
Do you have 100% CSS control over portals now in its current state?
Maybe you could say yes and no. I don't know how to answer these questions. And as I said, there's some things that it feels like I'm doing a lot with liquid. So yeah, so it allows you to make it look mm, decent.
Nice, nice. I like that. Yeah, so true.
Also like power ups and work a lot with flow power ups and everything around Power Platform. Maybe less with Power BI, but I'm trying to limit myself, like people with chocolate, you know.
Yes, yes, exactly. That's very good. That's a good example. But what have you been doing in the PCF space? Have you been building anything in that space?
No, actually, I've done the only one control I built was something. Oh yeah, I think I wasn't. I wasn't impressed with the Power Objects color picker for tagging, and I created my own color picker. I think it was limited to color picker. I don't like. I don't know. It happened that I'm not a huge fan of PCF. I know the whole idea of you can actually rebuild potentially the whole user interface of Dynamics is very appealing. So it's good to have this opportunity if in a choice, if we need to do something. It's great, but it's just a dev. I'm not very much interested. I'm more interested in power ups and that no coding side at this stage.
You were right when you said the word potential, because you definitely cannot redesign the entire interface.
You
Speaking
can.
speaking from someone in the last couple of months that has worked with somebody that's tried to do that, there are still some major limitations with what you can do.
Yeah, look, see, we talk maintenance and who's going to support this and how, how it's going to be licensed and stuff. And still, you try to stay out of the box.
So you went independent a wee while ago, right? What led you on that journey?
I wanted to do it for a while. I don't think I was a chicken. I just tried to stay to to be safe and stuff. Then at some point, I thought, no, I want to try this. I'm actually I've been independent only for 1 month, a month and a
Oh, I
half.
thought I thought it was like a year, only a month and a half.
No,
This is
a month and a
amazing.
half. I just started my journey. It's overwhelming. I really enjoy it. I would say I regret I haven't started earlier, but I cannot say this. It's more about experience and what led me to this stage which I'm currently in.
So what led you to that stage? What made you decide that you wanted to go out on your own?
Um, you know, I didn't stay a developer because I didn't like people telling me, like, I didn't like architects or managers to tell me how to build the system. So I became an architect. And then I found there's some other people who can tell you what to do and how to do things. And there's more and more people I discovered, right? And at some point I discovered that I can sell, I can do pre-sales work, and I can do this work better than most of the people and that work better than most of the people. And then I thought, why I'm doing it for other people? If I can do it better, why won't I just go and do it myself?
What did your husband think about it? Like you would have discussed it right at home, and because I know I did with my wife, when it was come time for me to do it. What was the discussion around it?
Will you share your experience with your wife after I tell you? No?
Sure. Yes, yes.
Okay, so you promised. So you would be surprised, but he was very excited. He wanted me to do it for a long time, and he said, I'm gonna fully support you." And if like basically his support helped me to decide. I was very anxious. We double income family, so we have to work to for the lifestyle and kids and so it was a tough decision for me. And he said, I will support you. I will do everything so you can do this. And because our dream was to run our own company and work together. It was always the case. And now we started like basically we're living our dream. So we started working together almost straight away. And yeah, so he's now a Dynamics guy.
He is or
He
not?
is. He is. Yeah, he transformed. He basically converted him into Dynamics and into BizApps and to. He's very great with portals. He's better than me probably, which is crazy because he's been doing it only for a couple of months. What about your wife? What did she say?
So she very much encourages me to be independent. And every time I want to quit being independent, she's like, no, 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 you need to stay doing it. And the thing is that she works for Google, and so she gets paid pretty good, and working for a company like that. So, really, I don't know if I'm independent or if I'm retired.
I know.
Because-
I've just seen you got a new job recently, and
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of a job, but it's more of a lifestyle. I feel this is something that Scott Duro and myself and John Gravely have been working on for the last, I don't know, about 9 months now. So we're excited to launch a product, and this is how my experience talking about PCF and the kind of banging our head against a wall and wanting to do so much more with it, but finding there's some limitations. But I think what Scott's done with that interface is pretty amazing.
He's a great developer. I'm such a big fan of him. And so it's a product which you built, guys. I didn't know that. Now I know. Thanks for clarifying this.
Yes, well, when we say we, let's just say that Scott built it. We were just more cheerleaders as he built it. But yeah, John is definitely the visionary for what has come about. So it's exciting times, being that, John Gravely started Click Dimensions. He founded Click Dimensions some years ago, probably almost 9-10 years ago now. And so
I've met him. I think.
Oh, you have?
Did. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. So tell me, what is the company that is called Power Labs?
It's not a company. It's a lifestyle.
I love it.
Okay.
You learn quickly.
Yes, I do. So Power Labs is a baby, right? And it's our baby. It's not a company yet. It's definitely a trademark, so it's a brand. It's registered brand, and Power Labs. It's for me to overcome fear of technology changes and to keep loving technologies regardless of what's happening. And this is our way to help people to learn quickly new things and to have fun. We call it experiential education, and it's about it's applied to kids, but with adults now these days we were just trying to find some alternative forms of the shapes of how to teach people and educate people, because the standard trainings and the amount of pressure which we put on people, telling them every day that they have to learn and quicker and quicker and quicker. So I feel sometimes this pressure, and I feel like I resist. So then we found this format of labs. And the labs, it's always a fun thing. So we try to mix multiple technologies in one lab, and just within an hour, you can build from scratch. You don't need any knowledge. You can build a pretty cool app. It can be Power Apps mixed with Flow with some cognitive services, or it can be Microsoft Forms with Power BI, something like this. And the people come into labs, they are different background. There's some Google people, the people who works with different types of technologies, not Microsoft people, and different ages, completely different backgrounds. And they just learn new stuff, and they learn something new about Microsoft, the Power Platform. Yeah.
What made you take a career using Microsoft tech rather than, some of the other products that are out in the market? What made you focus your career on Microsoft?
I think it was an accident. pretty much. .NET just started. Like I was searching for something. I was late for everything. Instead of studying, I was busy with growing my family, and at some point, I found myself behind my old uni mates and everything, and I was sitting there thinking, "What am I gonna do?" And again, my husband, he told me, I've heard about this new technology .NET, and it just happened. I just got to a big company. It was the biggest IT company in Ukraine that time. I started there, and I started with .NET. It was just pure luck. I started with beta, .NET beta. So I am a .NET developer.
Yeah, very cool. What advice would you have to other people in the community that kind of want to engage more, want to share more of their ideas? How should they get involved?
They should engage. They should engage, share their ideas, and they shouldn't think like they should stop thinking and start doing things. And the less they think and more they do, sometimes when we think, we overthink things, and we start thinking about what's going to happen if I do this or that. But if it really happens, it happens differently. So I encourage people to do more, to be more active and proactively. If they have some dreams, so they have something. Then I started the group. I didn't know anything about running groups, about event management, about anything. I just started, and I've learned. So if there are some dreams or something people want to share, they just have to go and share. And there are lots of opportunities and lots of people out there with similar ideas, and the like-minded people, they usually collaborate, and they find each other and they support each other. So I find it's amazing that you actually can change things, and you can do things, and you can change the landscape, or whatever you call the environment around you, if you really want to.
So good. Well, Olena, we've run out of time, so now it's time for some quick fire questions. These are to test your whether you can think quickly about life, and some of them are deep, and some of them are shallow. But let's give it a go.
Okay.
If you could pick up one skill instantly and be an absolute guru in it, what would it be?
Flight. Yeah.
Wow.
Flying.
Yeah, that'd be sick. What's your most powerful and vivid memory?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I don't know.
That's all right.
Sorry.
That's all right. What is something you are certain you'll never experience, and why?
I've never experienced, and why?
Yeah. What is something that you're never going to experience? You're just not interested in it.
Not interested, or never experience. Okay. What I'm not interested. I think the jumping with what's this? What they call
bungee jumping?
No. Bungee jumping. I like
parachute.
Parachute. I don't like it. I like flying. I don't like falling.
That's so cool. Who are 3 people you want on your team if there was a zombie apocalypse?
Maybe you, Leon Tribe. 3 people.
3
My
people.
husband.
Yes, very good. Would you rather give up your smartphone or your computer?
My computer.
Okay. What activity or sport did you try as a kid and failed at?
The triathlon.
Okay, well, that's pretty big. Olena, it's been great talking to you. If people want to connect with you online, where can they find you?
LinkedIn.
Where? Sorry, so spell out your last name, because it's not an easy name to...
Grischenko, Grischenko.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe button, that type of thing. Share it on social media. Let your friends know about it. If you want to give me some positive feedback on iTunes, If you go to nz365guy.com/iTunes, it'll auto-direct you to the exact place you need to be on the iTunes website to be able to make that 5-star review. That's what we'll say, right? Full show notes for this episode can be found at nz365guy.com/163. See you next Thursday.